Every dating coach on this platform is teaching you the same dumb idea. If you command the room, command attention, and you command respect, girls will notice you. It sounds powerful, right? This is the reason why half of you are still stuck in the friend zone. Today, I'm breaking down why commanding attention is a beta behavior dressed up in alpha language, and why demanding attention is the actual skill that separates men who get chosen from men who get friend-zoned. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to see this everywhere in every interaction you've had in the last 5 years, and you're going to understand why some of them worked and most of them didn't. Let's define terms, because these two words get used interchangeably, and that's the whole problem. Commanding attention is external. It's performance. It's look at me, the loud voice, the big gestures, the peacocking outfit, especially this guy, the notice me energy. Commanding attention asks for attention. You are, whether you admit it or not, waiting for the room to grant you the spotlight. Demanding attention is purely internal. Nobody is giving you anything because you never asked. You occupy space like it's already yours. The energy isn't please look at me, it's you are already looking at me, I just haven't acknowledged it yet. Here's the tell that separates them in real time. Commanding attention needs an audience to work. The loud guy at the bar goes quiet the second nobody's watching. Demanding attention doesn't change based on who's in the room. That's the whole signal women are reading. I want to get specific here because just be confident is the most useless advice in this entire YouTube dating space, and I'm not going to insult you with it. Commanding attention fails for 3 simple reasons. 1. It's need-based, and need is detectable. Every time you raise your voice to be heard, make a joke, angle your body, you're signaling, I need this interaction to go well. Attraction runs on a very simple asymmetry. Person who needs it less holds the power. Commanding behavior shuts that immediately. You lose the power subtly. 2. It's reactive to the room. Command energy is always calibrated to what's already happening. Someone else gets a laugh, you laugh louder. Someone else tells a good story, yours get better. You're not setting the basis of the interaction, you are chasing it, and chasing reads as lower value every single time in every culture on every continent. This isn't a Western dating market quirk, it's a status signal humans have read since before language even existed. 3. It burns out. You cannot command a room for 3 hours. It's a performance, and performances have a runtime. The second you drop the act, bathroom break, you're tired, you're distracted, the contrast is obvious, and the person across from you clocks the shift even if they can't articulate it. Inconsistency is one of the fastest attraction killers there is because it signals the confident version wasn't real. So what does this look like in practice? Not theory, actual observable behavior you can start doing tonight. First, you stop performing reactions. When something happens in a conversation, you respond at your actual size, not an inflated size. Someone says something interesting, you get quietly interested, not loudly enthusiastic. Underacting reads as control. Overacting reads as need. Second, you let silence sit. This is the single hardest thing for most guys to do because silence feels like failure. It's not. A man who's comfortable in a pause is a man who isn't gesture maxing for approval in real time. Command energy fills every gap with words. Demand energy lets the gap exist because it's not afraid of what happens in it. Third, you make her come to you conversationally. Ask fewer questions. I know that sounds insane given every piece of advice you've ever heard says ask questions, show interest, but there is a difference between curiosity and interviewing someone. Make a statement, an observation, a slightly teasing assumption about her, something that requires her to respond, correct you, or she engages, instead of directly asking her to perform for your approval. You seem like the type of guy who overthinks the group chat, does more work than, so what do you do for fun? Fourth, your attention becomes the reward, not hers. This is the core mechanical difference. Commanding attention treats her as the prize you're chasing. Demanding attention flips it. Your affection, your time, your focus is the most valuable thing. And she's earning it by being interesting, funny, real, having a personality. The second you make this shift internally, your body language, tonality, and pacing truly change without you even trying. Here's the part that nobody talks about because it's a lot less sexy than tips or tricks. The mindset shift underneath this. You cannot fake demand energy long term. It's not a line delivery or a posture cue you can copy from a video. It comes from actually having a life, standards, and time that are worth protecting. If your schedule is empty, your standards are theoretical, and your validation is coming entirely from how this one interaction goes, you will leak. No matter how well you memorize any kind of scripts or one-liners or pickup liners that you try and throw off. The guys who demand attention without trying aren't doing a bit. They generally have something pulling at them: work, training, friends, a project. This means this conversation is a nice to have, not a must have. That's not a technique. That's a byproduct of building an actual life outside the interaction. So if you take one thing from this video, stop optimizing your lines and start optimizing your life. The lines are 10% of this. The other 90% is why you don't need the lines to land. If this actually clicked for you, if this is the kind of high value content you're searching for, this is exactly the kind of breakdown I go deeper into every week. Real interaction analysis, no fluff, no, just be confident, bro. Type content, nothing like that. Drop a comment. Tell me the last time you caught yourself commanding attention instead of demanding attention. I read all my comments. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. A paid community with higher quality content is coming.